Okay, here we go again, boys. This is the old fella on his TX750 riding through the city. Look at that gloomy sky behind. See those cranes up behind there? They're going to build a big building there. It's going to go all the way over this freeway, I think. Yeah, I had the camera mounted up in the front there, and I thought I'll just get a shot of my riding style. I'm sure there's the lights. You can still see the lights on the bridge there. It was a bit early. I left at about 10 past 5 this morning. This is pretty around 5:30 I turned the morning. The skies are a little gloomy, but it was good here. I wasn't getting any rain. The roads got wet further down. She started to get a bit of water on the road. Look at that bridge there. I think that's only a walking bridge, that one there. Heading up to the inner city bypass here shortly. I'll go past the football stadium soon. That's the city all on the background there. We're just riding along the river, along the southeast freeway there. Just river's on my left there. There's another bridge across, I forget what that one's called. So I think I turn to the right up here shortly. It was all by my lonesome today too. I couldn't get anyone to come. Not bad way to go, although I did meet up with a few at a service station further on. Here we go. I'm actually going to turn right, surely. I've got to be turning right very shortly. I think I am here now, yeah, there I am, turning. And we're going to come up underneath the crossings across to the stadium, which we may see on the left. I'm not well on the right here, but on my left, that's it. I'm underneath, there's the football stadium on the right. Oh, my left, yeah. And that's another little short one. Look at him, all happy, riding along in his old TX. Doesn't get much better. Hope you like these. I just thought this is an easier way to do it than writing stuff everywhere over it. And, just gives you a bit more. I haven't got the mic on the helmet, so this is the other way of doing it. But hope you like it. I'll put a few more on. All the best. Thanks. Yeah, what a day, what a ride that was. It's good to see some rain, and at this stage I'd go out riding just to try to make it rain. This isn't really, it's just a bit of, well, thick fog mist that I think it's not really, I wouldn't call it raining. We're just heading up to Mount Glorious here. I've got Gary Lowe in front of me there on the TX750, running nicely. Yeah, you can see the mountain up ahead. We're heading to that one. As I say, we don't often want to ride in the rain, but when you haven't had rain for so long, you're not really that worried. And it was cooled the day down too. It's like water cooling. The bikes even like it. We just took it slowly up through here. You can see these corners are a little bit, they're not too bad. We've got a 650 Yami up front there, and then Gary and then me, and then we've got a BMW behind me, I think. I think there's only one, I think there's only four of them. That corner there is going to make us tight now, rear end cheeks coming around here. You can see we're not leaning too much. But, it was good fun. Good fun. This is about, this would have been about 6:30 in the morning. I'm never out of bed at that time. I think the alarm went off when I got to the bike show, and that's usually when I get out of bed about 8:15. We stopped up at the cafe up on the top here for a coffee. There was a few brave men out there on their bikes. Here we go, still climbing. Don't know how high Mount Glorious is. It's just on the side of Brisbane here. It's not a bad little ride when it's dry. We're just slowly climbing up here. I had a little miss in the old CK. There's a bit of fog. This one here was a dangerous. Wasn't real good here. The road was leaning, and as you went around this corner, as you can see, the road's leaning downwards. It made you feel like you were leaning. That's why I've gone right over to the edge here. But yeah, CK's got a little miss. I don't know if it's spark plug or something. I know when I checked the compression recently, after that I started to get this little miss. But I might just have to chuck a new set of spark plugs in and just down really down low it gets this mess. Yeah, look at the fog up here. We're starting to get into a bit of fog. We're nearly on the top here now. But nah, it was alright. Better than riding in the hot sun. But it was good to get, as I said, it's good to get water cooled. Here we go, not far away up here now. I'll just waffle on here a bit longer and you can just see that 650 way up there. It was one of those, what do they call them, those big back wheel on it with a disc brake in the back. That's sort of a 650. Here we go, getting close. Still climbing, we're nearly at the top here now. Look at that fog here now. And we're getting very close to the cafe now. Getting very dense here. It was a bit hard to see actually. I pulled down my black visor in the helmet and it sort of cut down the glare. Yeah, here we go. You'll see some brave people up here at the cafe. This cafe is full of bikes usually, but today not so many. I thought I'd park on the other side. The boys all parked across there, but there's Gary had a real bright LED light on. You can see it over there. Yeah, here we are at the bike show up at Mount Glorious. Wasn't too many there today because we had a little bit of rain last night and the roads were wet, but have a look at some of those old bikes there. There's some nice old machines. I'm going a bit quick there probably, but wasn't too bad. We had 3 TX750s there, but the most of any bike I saw. More than Honda 4s, Quacker 9s. I did see 2 Quacker 9s, but one Honda 4 and our 3 TX750s. Freddie came down from Toowoomba, and I had Gary Lowe from down here near where I live on his gold one. You'll see it shortly. We just wander around there. They are all over there yakking and eating bloody sausages and whatever else. But yeah, you can see by the clouds in the background there that it was dicey going up over the mountain. It was we had it wasn't well, I suppose you could call it a heavy mist, a heavy fog. I have got other videos of the fog there. It was pretty hard to see in places actually. Where are we here? I'm just trying to see. There's that Quacker 9, the Z900. That's the only. There was that and Terry Nelson's Jappa Quacker. Coming up here shortly to Gary's TX. It ran nicely. It doesn't blow any smoke, clean as a whistle. It's just an original looking state. The paintwork has been changed to a different colour, but there's old Joe Eastmuir's 500 there. We just went past. Old Joe sort of nearly won the Castrol 6 hour in 72, I think it was. But there's Gary's TX just on the side there then. And there's other mate that I went with today on his 650 ME, whatever they're called, 78 model I think he said. I didn't know these guys other than Gary who I'd met about 4 years ago. Here we come back. You'll see a lot of lot of cow shit on the ground here too, because they've had cattle in here feeding them because of the droughts we're having. Looks like they've had cattle in. There's a nice Vincent coming up here too. That's that nice 550 Suzuki, and I think around the other side here we've got a Vincent. Not quite sure what sort it is. I don't think it's got that big speedo on it. The side stands on, I don't know why that side stands on the other way either. It's leaning the other way. And there's a nice Indian, look at that. And these fellas rode these up here today in the wet. I was watching them come past the cafe where we were having a coffee this morning. And yeah, they were chugging up. They did well because they had a bit of brake work to do too. There's old CK, he ran well today. There's that's Scorpion there. I'm not quite sure what that is. It seems like a twin. There's a nice area square 4. Let me see what else we've got here. There's a few more bikes over there, but have a look at the cow shit on the ground. You're going to trip over that. These two here, an old guy rode this first one, and it could have been his grandson on the one behind, but they're both old BSAs. Very